Hey guys, today I am doing a video about the top 10 tips for Walt Disney World in 2021. Let's do it. So I just got back from a trip in 2021. I went in March to Disney World. I was there for almost 2 weeks, and I wanted to give some tips and advice on things you really need to plan and think about before you go to Disney World these days, and just overall a sense of like how different it is. So here we go. So one of the biggest things, obviously, is that we're all required to wear masks in the park. Now, as the summer months start to kick in, this is kind of a situation. Like, it's very hot, the masks are hot, there's no question, it's different. One of the biggest things I found, which is you really want to find these times and places during the day, and a lot of them if you can, to take the mask off and breathe and relax and just take a break from it. So the one big thing that I recommend is reservations for lunch and dinner every single day. Now this is one of my biggest tips because I found that once you're able to sit down, have a nice water, you can really just sort of relax and just kind of get out of the crazy mode. And there's a lot of waiting in line these days. The fact that there's no fast pass is really, it's a big deal. Like, to me, it's kind of a game changer. I'm not used to it. I don't like standing in lines. I know that's weird for someone that loves Disney World, but there was always a way to kind of maneuver and plan and schedule and get around that stuff. So these days, not really possible. So if you want to get on anything, you're going to be waiting in a line. So to kind of balance that out, I wanted these moments almost scheduled out and planned out where I could really just stop, relax, have a drink, have some food, take the mask off, and just relax for a moment. Those were very important to me, and the only way to do that really are with dinner and lunch reservations every day. One of my other tips is I have a thing about wanting to experience the best of the best everywhere I go, whether it's a hotel room or a table at a restaurant. I want to experience the best that place has to offer. So one of my big tips is to ask for what you want. You would be shocked at how amazing the service level is when you just ask for what you want at Walt Disney World. I had it happen with hotel rooms. I had it happen with tables at restaurants. If you want a table with a view overlooking the water, ask for it. And by the way, wait for it. That's a big key. I said this in my other video, but one of my favorite places is the San Angel Inn at the Mexico Pavilion. The tables on the water are obviously the one that everybody wants. And when you get there, you ask for it. Just ask for it. And they always say it's gonna be a wait, and just do it. Trust me. They usually say, and I've done this a million times, they usually say it's gonna be 45 minutes, hour, go for it. You've got shopping to do, you've got a margarita over there if you want that, or ride 3 caballeros, but wait for it, and trust me, it's never as long as they say. Well, usually. The same goes for a hotel room. If you want a better view, if something is a little off to your experience and it's gonna bother you, don't not say anything. Absolutely, call downstairs. They're so incredibly accommodating. They want your stay to be magical, and anything less than that isn't the Disney way. So be sure to ask for those things that you want to make your experience the best you can. Okay, now I am a fan of the rope drop. A lot of people love to do rope drop. I totally get it, and there are a lot of benefits to that, definitely. But as time goes on, I'm finding that it's kind of the opposite that actually works out the best. One of the huge benefits is the parks are so amazingly beautiful at night when those lights come on and everything is happening at night. So highly recommend go to the parks a little later. I find my dream day usually turns out to be waking up whenever I feel like it in the morning, sitting out on hopefully the perfect patio with a monorail going by or boats going by, and having a wonderful mimosa and a Mickey waffle and enjoying the morning. Maybe a little pool time, and then going to the parks later in the afternoon. One of the biggest things is it's not so hot. One of my big tips, which is a serious hack, is to, if you're lucky enough to go for an extended trip, let's say you have 7 days to spend at Walt Disney World, I highly recommend mixing up your hotels. Stay more than one place. Stay 3 nights somewhere, 4 nights another. It will make it feel like it's 2 totally different trips. It's really true. The resorts themselves are literally an extension of the parks. Like, it's an experience. They're themed so beautifully and they're all so incredibly different, and it will feel like a completely different vacation. The last trip I went on, I stayed half the time at Grand Floridian, the other half the time I was at the Yacht Club. 2 totally different worlds, experiencing all the different parks, the different views, the different foods, all the different resorts that are around those specific hotels as well. It's just, I just think it's the perfect way to do it. Okay, this is a tip that I'm sure a lot of people know because it's getting more and more popular every moment, but Disney Springs is an absolute must on a Walt Disney World vacation. I know it seems to some, and maybe like the guys in your family or whatever, like it's a mall. It is not. If you are a foodie and you want an unbelievable food experience, Disney Springs is absolutely key. I can't believe the quality and level of chefs that they were able to get and the theming of each restaurant. It truly has become on the level of a theme park experience. It's like kind of their 5th park. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Because of the lack of fast passes nowadays, you're gonna be waiting in line. Now what's interesting is the lines are not as long as they usually appear. Now a lot of that is because of social distancing, but they'll also put a number on there that's usually more than what it is. Now this isn't every time, because I did have an experience on Test Track where it was still just as long as it said, and it is what it is, and that's fine. But just know that sometimes the lines are not as long as you think they are. Okay, so my last tip is for Rise of the Resistance. This is an interesting one. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and they're like, it's so easy, just do this. I didn't find it easy at all. I mean, we tried really hard. We set the alarm, we got up really early. Now, granted, we were there when it was very busy. We had our park reservation. We were very lucky to get that, but we found it quite difficult to get one. We actually missed it both times in the mornings that we were gonna go, and we ended up, luckily, getting on for the 1 o'clock because you know you can get a reservation in the morning, and then if you miss it, you can hopefully try again at 1. Now the 1 o'clocks actually worked for us, but what did happen was when we tried to do it in the morning, we had never done it before and we didn't get in, and it said there was some kind of error on the phone. We thought, oh, we're doing something weird or different or something we're not supposed to be doing. So we actually went to guest services at Hollywood Studios, and this person was so incredibly helpful. And she taught us a little bit, tricks here and there, what screen to go on and how to do it. And luckily, it worked for us. My biggest tip is if it's not working for you and you don't understand why or what's going on, ask for help. They will absolutely help you. They want you to experience this ride. They want to make your trip magical. So just remember, the service at Walt Disney World is unparalleled. Okay, so those are my tips, and I hope they were very helpful to you guys. That's for 2021. That was based on my experience, and hopefully it'll help you have the most magical time as well. So I'll see you guys next time.